Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Ah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Hey, we're live, everybody. How we doing? What are you up to? You good over there?
All good. I had to
All
write
right.
down one note, but I'm here.
All right. Are we in shot? Because it feels like we're far away. I can't tell.
In shot. This is a little fluffy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the shot. We got a dead elk here and weird how fur. We still like it.
Do you like a shag rug?
I like to lay on it and jizz in it, but I don't want to own one, you know?
Right. What, you just rent one?
Well, if you go to a hotel or something, I'll play on
Oh.
a shag and all that, but I don't want to have one in my home.
Shag is rare at a hotel. That's like that's an LA hotel.
Yes.
Like the Ace or the whatever.
Yeah, anal,
the
yeah.
Jack.
Jack.
I don't know. Ace and the
Oh,
Wait, is that what it is?
Ace of spades.
is it Jack?
Jack, Queen, King.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You ever have little things that you've known for years that one day it just hits you and you're like, am I saying this wrong?
Oh, completely.
Every once in a while I'll say something and I'm like, is this the wrong thing completely?
Yes.
Or I'm like, she was touching her balloon head.
Not.
And people are like, what? Yeah, not exactly.
Right. Yeah, my dad does that with my own name. He's like, God.
Well, then sometimes you get mad at the person for not. You're like, balloon head. You know balloon head, the term for fucking an asshole. And they're like,
That's true.
what?
That's true. Well, I just realized you brought up spade, ace, king, queen, jack. What the hell's a jack? Like, you got king and queen. What is a jack?
Maybe a jack of all trades? It's the same thing. But what's jack? I don't know. I'm sure someone's going to tweet us a long thing here.
If he's of all trades, though, he should be every suit.
No, I'm saying it's the same. I still don't know what jack means, but I think that's the same reference.
Aha.
Like a jack of all trades is the same as the jack of diamonds. One's the jack of diamonds, and one's the jack of all trades. I still don't know what jack means,
Aha.
but I'm saying it's in both things.
All right.
I think.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either. I'm just throwing out
All right. I don't know if I
balloon
agree.
heads.
I'm jacking off.
Well, I'm not saying agree. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm just
Okay.
saying the thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're saying it's a fact. I'm just saying I don't believe that's true.
Well, I think I'm taking issue with the agree. Because
Uh-huh.
agree makes it sound like I'm saying, hey, this is what's up. Like one time, I think we talked about this, where one time I was dating this girl. I wasn't dating her. I was seeing her.
Oh.
And,
what does that mean? Fucking?
I guess fucking.
All
Yeah,
right,
we were
all
fucking.
right, fucking a
And
chick.
I didn't really care for her personality, but I was telling her how Creed in The Office
Uh-huh.
is from the Grassroots. I was like, he's in the band. In my midnight confessions, when I'm blowing my dad on a Tuesday. So
What stories?
I was telling her, and she's like, what? No, that's crazy. You're crazy. You're
Yeah.
fucking with me. Not crazy. She said I was fucking with her.
Now, this is pre-Google.
I guess it was pre-Google. Well, it wasn't pre-Google, but it was pre-smartphone maybe.
Ah.
And she was just like, you're fucking with me. And I was like, why? What are you talking about? Like, why? That's an insane fuck with.
Yeah.
That Creed was in the Grassroots.
But it's so specific that it's pretty good.
It would be good, but it wouldn't be enough
Right.
to do. If I said he's in New Kids on the Block or he was Jordan Knight's dad, you'd be like, what? But like Grassroots, Creed, I'm like, I'm not making it up. I'm telling you, that's what's up.
Sure.
And then she called me back like 2 days later and was like, hey, you were right. And I was like, well, I wasn't right.
Right.
I was telling you a thing, which I guess is actually the reverse of what I'm saying now that I, think
get what
about
you're jizzing on, though.
But
I feel you here,
Well,
Fatty.
it's like we weren't having a debate. I was telling you a fact.
A fact.
And you were, so that's actually doesn't coalesce with what I'm saying here.
Yes. But I get it. I get the connection.
Right, the connection. But I'm not the jack of all trades. I'm speaking out of my my
spitballing.
jack hole here.
Or what do you call it? Throwing it against the wall?
Now the jack is different than the jester.
Just
The
the Joker.
The Joker, but he never made it into the actual card game. I
No.
feel bad for the Joker.
Yeah, he was you threw him out even.
Right, yeah, you whipped people with mad, whipped them.
Yes.
Fucking
yes.
Joker, get
Like a
outta here.
Slave.
That's how we're treated.
Yes.
Not like slaves, like jokers.
Aha. Number one movie in America.
Oh, they're slaves. Well, I get now we get paid
Yeah, we get paid.
early on, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cotton bit.
Have you seen The Joker yet?
I haven't. I'm
It's been a whole week.
supposed to go with Matt Salacuse, my friend, and he bailed, and now the lady wants to see it, so I got to wait for her to get out of the wheelchair. It's a whole thing.
What's Jack shit? What is that about?
That's nothing. That's worse than nothing.
But I mean, is that a reference to the same Jack? Is it his shit?
Yeah. Or you don't know Jack.
Right.
Yes.
We don't know Jack. We're trying to figure it out.
No, I don't. I know Jack Palance was in Curly's Gold.
Jack Clark. He was a baseball
Jack
player.
Klugman.
Oh, he was very good.
Who was that?
Jack Klugman? He's one of the Odd Couple.
That's right.
And 12 Angry Men.
Oh, okay. Great name, Klugman.
Jack Nicholson, such a famous Jack that he's the Jack.
Yes.
He's more famous than the Cards Jack.
Wow, that must be nice. Huge hog, by the way.
By the way, what's an ace?
Ooh, ace is perfection.
I guess that's
Like,
tennis, but
yeah.
I don't know about the ace
Yeah,
of
what is an
spades.
ace?
There's the king and queen are the only two that make sense.
Well, I think the ace of spades is like the number one spade.
Right.
That sounds bad.
Certainly does.
Who's that, Jay-Z? But yeah.
Obama.
I guess Obama, maybe. Yeah, I guess it's... Yeah, what is an ace? I think ace means numero uno. You're the king of the castle, the top of the heap.
Well, I know what it means, but I think it's not a guy. I guess the king and queen are the only guy. Well, Jack is a guy, too.
Right.
Because the ace is not a person standing there, with a mustache.
Sure.
Mm.
Oh, let me throw this at you there, fat man.
Stick it right up my ass and see if I come.
All right, twirl on this one, balloon head. 52 cards in a deck.
Certainly.
52 weeks in a year.
Aha.
Ooh, I wonder if there's a connection there.
That sounds like something because there's not a lot of 52s.
Right.
Although I think it's a 52-man roster in the NFL. That's something that might have to be Googled. It might be 60.
I got CTE.
Might be 53.
Ah.
It's something like that. It's something weird like that. 52 or 53.
All right. So 4 suits, right?
Yeah, 13 each.
That means 4 months, maybe 4 seasons.
Oh.
I'm thinking we got a whole year thing cooking
I
here.
like that. Quarterly.
Quarterly.
Yes, it's like the quarters of the,
Football game.
year.
Year, yes. So we got
Interesting.
2 weeks in a year, 4 seasons. I wonder if there's any other,
Connections?
yeah. Call in.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I think we're breaking the whole thing down.
Yeah, I think we had some fun.
Yeah.
Well, I got some things I'd like to talk about. I don't know where to start though. I just got back yesterday. Can I say this? I think Kansas City Airport might be the worst airport.
Oh, why do you say that?
Setup and design.
All right.
Went there yesterday. Now I had the thing where I flew to Springfield, Missouri.
Ooh.
Now to get to Springfield, you're doing it in a few weeks there.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about
lot
it.
of gays coming out.
Yeah!
A lot of gays.
All right, gays.
A lot of, Mark's coming in December. I'm like, I know about Mark. I know his schedule. So they're all excited for you. They're all pumped. And I did the don't forget to come see Mark. And
Thank you.
the whole thing.
Appreciate it. Praise Allah.
It's a good room, good town. It feels like the old West out there. It's weird.
Interesting. They got the saloon and the whorehouse.
A lot of saloons. And I walked to the end of town. I was like, let me go for a walk. And a guy stopped me. He's like, that's it, Buster. Turn around. And I'm like, oh, shit. All right.
It's like Truman Show. It's just that wall up.
Completely. Well, there was a Pets and Pumpkins festival going on.
Pets and pumpkins.
Pets as well as pumpkins. And I'm walking, and the guy goes, you got a ticket? I go, a ticket? I'm just trying to get a coffee right there. And he's like, you need a ticket.
Jesus.
And I go, I don't give a fuck about pets or pumpkins.
Yeah.
I like smashing pumpkins and shooting pets.
Maybe the movie Pets. Pet Cemetery.
I didn't care for either one of those films.
Yeah, actually, the movie stunk. Both of them.
Well, he was in that first Pets.
That's
Secret
true.
Life of Pets.
Yes.
Yeah, he made quite a few bucks on that one.
Hannibal as well.
And I think they owe him quite a few bucks for that second one that they fired for. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, so I was like, well, can I walk around? He's like, yeah, you can walk around. So I had to walk around the Pets and Pumpkins.
You know what's great about you? Can I just say?
Please tell me. I hate myself.
You always say, can I get a cup of coffee? You never drink coffee, but you say it to keep it simple.
Well, you got to
I
keep it
respect
simple because
that.
tea sounds gay in English, and people are like, "Oh!" If you say I'm getting a tea, people go, "Oh, tea!" They do a thing with the pinky, and they
right.
call you a fag. It's a whole situation.
Right, English breakfast over here.
Yeah, and people they don't respect tea here. They love tea in the UK. I might move there. You gay? I might go over there.
I am.
And but a coffee, you just say a coffee, and it looks. People always think you're drinking a coffee, and they
Right.
go, "Oh, coffee this late." And I'm like, "It's tea," and they're like, like, what? So I just say coffee.
That's a good point. That's real American dog shit because tea is the most popular drink in the world.
Yes, and it's healthier, and it takes the time, and it's meditative, and all that bullshit.
It's got Oxycontin.
Certainly.
Yeah.
But I like this, and it just feels better because coffee people think of. I got to get a coffee. Let's get coffee.
Right.
That was that Paul Reiser bit.
What's that?
That was one of his special. He's like, I like that because we know what we'll be doing. We know what we'll be getting. We know what we're ordering. We'll meet up for coffee. What would you guys like? Coffee. I can order for him. We're here for coffee. There's a whole real Jewy
80s,
Reiser thing.
Right.
But it was great.
He's cute.
But anyways, so I flew to Kansas. It's one of these places that you go, all right, I'm going to fly to Springfield. You punch in LaGuardia to Springfield.
Here we go. Talk about connections.
And it comes up 11 hours, $800.
Yep.
Leave at 8 a.m., get home at 9 p.m., stop off in Dallas, visit your mother in Kansas, and then rent a car.
Right, Bin Laden.
So I ended up flying to Kansas City, renting a car. Now, the issue with that is, first, I get there, and I wait in line at Alamo. I go, I got a rental car. Hit me with it. I got a reservation. The guy goes, no, you ain't. No, you don't, or whatever.
Here we go.
And I go, oh, yeah, it's Joe List. I reserved it on Monday. No big whoop. And he goes,
remember the Alamo?
You don't have a reservation.
Damn.
And I go, no. And I start looking through my phone, and he's like, listen, man, like I'm telling, like you don't have a reservation. So there's that moment where you're like, let me pull up the screenshot because this guy, but I realize I've been on that side of things, not necessarily working, but you're like, he looked at my name. He's like, it's not here. This is what I do for a living. I'm telling you, you don't have a reservation. So it was one of those ones I just didn't hit the final button.
Oh.
Missed the final button.
So he was right.
He was right. So I
Okay.
said, fuck, I don't know how I did this. And now I'm that guy where he's like, I got nothing else to do for you. I'm like, is there any more cars? He's like, we're completely sold out. He's like, Enterprise and Alamo is sold out. So now I'm getting that panic because this is not a huge place here.
Sure.
It's Kansas City, which is a big city, but not a huge city.
No, they got 8 cars and a buggy.
Exactly. And there were buggies. I drove by some Amish.
I
I think those are Jacks, the Amish. They might be Jacks.
Jedediah's.
But so I go, does anyone have cars? And he's like, you can try the other places. So I go to Avis. They're sold out. And she goes, maybe Payless, which I thought was a shoe store.
Sure.
So I go over to the shoe store, and it's like one old lady. Yeah, that's the thing where like they don't have a sign. It's like a poster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That like it's like a flat like that Boy Scouts carry at the parade.
Right, like a tarp thing.
A tarp. Yes. Exactly. Retarped. So I go over to the Payless tarp, and I go, please tell me you have a car. She's like, we have one SUV. It's $398 for 2-day rental.
Yeah.
The reservation I thought I made was like $110. So it's $200 more. Now I got to drive an SUV, but I also have to be grateful because it's 3 hours away. So it would have been a 6-hour round trip to send the owner to come get me.
Whoa.
I would have been fucked. Like there's no other way to get to the gig.
Good point.
So I get the SUV. I'm off and running. But now the problem with renting a car 3 hours away, you have to return the car by the time you got it. So I rented it at 10:30 a.m. So I got to return it on Sunday 10:30 a.m. But I have like a 2 p.m. flight because I was thinking I don't want to get up at 6 a.m. to return the car to drive to get to the airport. But I forgot about the car thing because they'll charge you for a full day.
Of course.
And now they're charging me premium prices because I bought last minute.
They rape you right up the balloon head.
Right in the balloon head. My balloon popped, so I got to go leave the hotel at 8 a.m., get to the airport at 11 a.m., and my flight's not until 2:25. So I go, let me get in there, see if I can hop on the 11:40 a.m. flight.
I like the way you're fatty.
So listen to this. Every once in a while, it doesn't work out. Every once in a while, it does work out.
That's true. You got to be gratitude.
So listen to this. So I get in the airport. Now, this is where I start. The airport is dog shit. Kansas City Airport. Great city. Chiefs, Mahomes, the whole thing, whatever, Royals. I get there. You get through the security, and there's nothing on this side of it. There's a Starbucks on that side of the security. You can see it. There's a Starbucks right there. But you have to leave, get a Starbucks, and drink it outside.
What?
And inside, there's one place called the Royal Cafe or something like that. It's just a bar and grill. One bar and grill for all the things. There's nothing else.
This is a major city.
So everyone's at the bar and grill, and there's no other spot.
Interesting.
And it's all packed because it's just gates. Like imagine, picture LaGuardia.
All right.
And they just build walls around the gate. There's no place to roam. You can't go walk around. So I'm talking to, a certain social pariah on the phone. I got to whisper. I'm like, it's bullshit. I can't say what I want to say.
Cosby.
The whole thing, similar. Not similar.
Oh boy.
Both legends.
Yeah, sweaters.
Anyways, just similar other than that. Well, there's a lot of similarities, I guess.
Funny, talented.
Comics.
Yeah,
bigger than
horny.
you might expect.
Right.
um,
They like Jell-O.
he probably likes Jell-O.
I could see him wolfing down a real fun pack. Or
Sure,
snack
really
pack.
telling you about the Jell-O,
Yeah.
the whole thing. Breaking down the Jell-O.
Oh yeah.
Any jizz. So it doesn't matter. None of that matters. I get to the but the airport sucks, and a few other people posted like, "It's my home airport. It blows." You're right. So I
All
appreciate that. I was always afraid someone's gonna be like, "Hey, fuck your mother. Boston
Yeah.
stinks." I gotta get through this. So I go
Sorry.
to the gate, and it's all packed. I'm getting there. The flight leaves at 11:40. I'm at the gate like 11:20. They just started boarding. I go up to the lady and I go, "Hey, I'm a platinum son of a bitch here. Any way I
yeah.
can sneak onto this flight?" And she goes, "Let me see. I think so." She gives me the finger and the I think so.
Oh, I love the I think so.
Yeah, so she starts typing. She pulls up a seat request with my name on it. So she puts
Okay.
that aside, and she's like, "It's going to be a minute." She's like, "It might be main terminal," because I got Delta Comfort on the way home. She goes, "You might have to
Okay.
go main terminal." I'm like, "I don't care. I just want to get home 4 hours earlier."
Love main term.
So I stand there at the desk the whole time. They board. I watch them board every single person, and I'm pretty confident, because normally they would just say, "No, fuck off, pal."
Right.
So I'm pretty confident. I watch everybody board, and all I have is my backpack. 2-day trip. I just brought a backpack. Then I go, "All right, am I in?" She goes, couldn't do it.
Oh!
Couldn't do it. I stand there for 20 minutes.
Why do you have to ask? Like, just tell me you can't do
I'm
it.
standing there confident. She goes, "Nah, everyone showed up. It's sold out."
Oh, what a coup.
And I tried to be nice because I'm like, fuck. And I was like, "Any chance one of them leaves right now?" And she's laughing. Then it was like a joke.
Yeah, you get
So I go-
desperate. You start doing weird scenarios.
Yeah, maybe someone will get the shits or get kicked out. One of those, the guy that got
Asian
thrown
guy.
off. Yeah, they drag off an Asian. I'll pop in.
Yes, Asian pop.
So I go, "All right, fuck." And I go, whatever. What can you do? I got to accept. This is all suffering comes from non-acceptance. So I go, "All right, let me leave. I'll go to the Kansas City Grill. I'll suck my own dick. I'll make a phone call."
They might have tea.
About an hour and a half passes. I look over at the same gate. I'm waiting for the 240. I see LaGuardia 135.
Oh, I love it.
Now, I never knew about this flight. I never heard about the 135 flight.
All right.
Now, there's too many people in line. They all look disheveled. There's like 9 people in line. So I go, fuck it. I'll call the platinum line.
Ooh.
We got our own lines over here.
Ooh-wee.
So I get right on. They go, "Thank you, valued platinum customers." They suck my dick a little bit for fun.
Yes.
Then she goes, "What can I do for you?" And I said, I'm trying to get, there's a 135 flight to LaGuardia. I'm on the 240. Can I hop on this 135? And she goes, "There's no 135 flight."
Oh, that
I-
flight's been booked up for 30 years.
Well, I go, "I'm looking at a 135. And she goes, "I don't see anything here." And now she's the Alamo guy. She's like, "I got nothing. There's no flight. I can't. I don't know what to tell you." But I got some stink in my ass because I'm going, I'm looking at it.
Yes.
And I go, "It's flight 3489. She goes, "Oh, 3489? That's the 11:30 flight."
Delayed.
The 11:30, they got on the plane, sat on the tarmac for an hour. They kicked everybody off.
Oh.
It's a melee. That's why there's so many people in line.
It's a brouhaha.
They're all going, "What the fuck?" It looked like the women's march over there. They're all screaming and throwing shoes and the whole thing and snot rockets.
9/11.
And so that would have been me.
Yes.
And I would have lost my fucking seat, my super seat, whatever it's called, Delta Comfort seat.
DC.
So it all
Marvel.
worked out.
Yeah.
So then my flight is right on time. The plane pulls up, the whole thing. And the lady on the phone, she's like, "Oh, no, stay on your flight." That flight, she goes, "It's now delayed to 2:05. So I'm getting the inside info.
Wow.
They haven't even announced it. It still says 1:35. She's like, "It's 2:05 now." She's
Oh,
like, "You better get
boy.
off that flight." So I go, "Oh, thank God." So now I'm so grateful. I was so bummed I
at
didn't get
that.
on. Now I'm so grateful. Then I get on the tarmac, the plane, the 240. We're leaving before them. I kept checking over there. They were all fucking pissed off and going crazy. We got out first.
I love it.
Which feels a little unfair. It almost feels like all of them should just be able to get on the earlier flight.
Yeah.
But it's it was a maintenance issue. So
Yep.
we got off. I ended up getting home before I would have gotten home, and I kept my Delta Comfort seat.
Wow. Well said, fat man.
Yeah, that went on way longer than I
Well,
anticipated.
that's a
I
beautiful
apologize.
tale. But it goes to show you. 'Cause my dad, one time I shit myself when I was 48 or something. And my dad was like, you shit yourself, but you missed the party. But you never know. I'm like, "What do you mean you never know?" He's like, "Hey, the party could have been horrible. You could have shit yourself at the party." And then he told me the story about a guy who fell off a horse in like the 30s.
The old Buddhist.
You've heard this?
Of course. We talked about it on the pod before.
Fell off a horse, and he was like, "Oh, I broke my leg. I'm such a homo." And then the war breaks out. And he couldn't go to war because he had the broken leg, and everybody died. He lived.
Right. Philip Seymour Hoffman tells this tale in Charlie Wilson's War.
Aha.
A fine picture, by the way.
No one talks about it.
No, I really like that film.
All right.
It's got a little bit of cheese on there. I think it's an Aaron Sorkin, maybe.
I like
So
Sork.
there's a couple of... Mike Nichols, I think, directed it. though.
Oh, he's good.
Very good.
You know, he went bald at 11.
What?
Yeah, he's got some rare disease, so that's a piece.
No kidding.
Google it.
Wow.
Yes.
Peace of mind.
He was in the grassroots.
Wow, Nichols. Bald at 11.
Something like maybe 10, but some bizarro young age.
Yikes. He's like a lollipop guild. Oops.
Come,
Yikes.
come again?
That was a real flat tire.
Uh-huh.
All right, you better go because I don't
beer.
want to ruffle the feathers here because that went on for 90 minutes. I got a couple other little things, but
Riveting, though. The happy ending. I mean, I loved it.
it was quite an ending. I mean, I still lost a day. I got home at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, that
It
sucks.
sucks to lose your Sunday.
Yeah, but I'm so proud of the accept. I mean, the $300 SUV would have chapped my scrotum. Then the flight is way behind, and the airport's. I mean, yeah, that would have killed me.
There was a lot of frustration, and I always feel back because I'm texting Sarah. I'm like, oh, this, and like, I've been on the other end. Like, she's just at home, like,
Right.
sleeping up and playing guitar and watching a movie, and you get these texts being like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
just like, all right, I mean, what are you going to do? I don't care.
You can text me. I'm allowing those.
I appreciate it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll reach out to you.
I find that enjoyable because it's like a football game. I'm like, whoa, they're up, now they're down, now they're up.
Yeah. Yes. I think sometimes there's certain people that don't appreciate a travel
I
story.
mean, if I'm in a movie or something, it's one thing. But if I'm flossing my asshole, I'll take a tail.
I'll get like a 90 minutes later response, like SUX. That's it. That's the whole text. I'm like, jeez.
SUX. That's a bad airport.
That was a lot of. You could do all the vowels have an S something X.
Yeah.
The sock like SOX, Red Sox.
Dicks.
Of course, sex. Then the sucks.
Rex.
Sax, short for saxophone.
Aha. That could be New Orleans.
I'm saying S and X.
Oh.
I think we did them all. Oh, 6.
6.
69.
There you go. Yeah, Kansas City. No one's above a 6. All right.
Yeah, there
Well,
wasn't a lot of.
not a lot of vowels there.
Not a lot of hot.
Not a lot of
Wow, that's a
jokes.
good name for hot chicks.
Vowels?
I don't know. That's what I thought you were saying.
Oh, Vowels Jones. All right.
Ugh.
Let me just throw this at you. 'cause
Please.
This is I got a saga. This could be a half hour here. So
Okay.
buckle up, gays. Well, first of all, how is the Blue Room? Tell
Blue
me
Room is good. Blue Room is hot. They were fun. It was good. It's like the late show Saturday was a little chirpy and rowdy, and it's the kind of place where you can't go too hard at a heckler because they might fucking bottle you.
Oh, really?
Like you're in the middle of nowhere. That's country down there.
Is that
There's
country?
cowboy boots and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
And there's like big guys being like, have a beer. And I was like, well, I don't drink. I'm an alcoholic. He's like, what? Get a beer. Like he was like, what are you talking about? You
Right.
fucking... I already said the F word once, but it was that kind of thing. We have to be like, this guy, you got to go with the heckles.
Ah.
You got to be like, all right, this guy's great. You guys are crazy. I like it
Ah.
here. Boy, you know how you do that?
Couple of
Ooh,
good
it's
old
wild
boys.
here. You can't be like, shut up, you fucking little dick piece of shit.
Right.
I'll fuck your wife. Because he'll get up and shoot you. I mean,
Wow.
this is gun and cowboy
Damn.
suits.
Because Sam Morrill was just there, and he's the biggest Jew on the planet. He was like, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. We had first of all, it's 1 show Friday, 2 shows Saturday, so it's easy breezy.
Okay. All right, I can't wait.
But it was good. It's a nice little town, and you'll pack it out. It's fun.
That's why they're so grateful, because you got to get that SUV for $300.
Right. It feels like a place. I don't want to sound like a company. It feels like I'm like, yeah, we don't belong here.
Oh, we're a little
Should
too
be-
anxiety riddled.
Well, I feel like we should be hitting the bigger markets.
Ah.
But the people come out.
Okay.
So,
You come out, I'll go gay.
yeah, I'm going
All
to come
right.
out soon.
So
All right, hit me with the saga. I love a saga.
This is a. I'm gonna go out of order and Tarantino this biatch because this is a long one. And I want to try to keep it tight.
Okay, I think maybe we should tell them who brought the show to us.
Good idea.
Because we got some great sponsors here, and we'd
Oh,
really
yeah.
appreciate it if you support the sponsors because it really helps us out and it helps you out because these are first class products.
Here, here.
And I think you guys already know about Raycon. I mean, this
Oh,
place,
yeah.
these guys are killer.
Love
They
it.
sent us some. I use them. You use them. It's a wireless world, and everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. You got to have them. But
Yes.
before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, go check out wireless earbuds from Raycon.
Yes.
They sent us one for free. I love it. The sound quality is killer.
Oh, yeah.
And I really do enjoy them. I wear them all the time. I wear them on the plane. And unlike some of the other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems. You've heard me talk about the company. It was co-founded by Ray J and celebrities like Snoop Dogg, the Snoop D-O-double-G. Mark, you know about him. Tell him about the Raycons.
Yes, Snoop Dogg. Don't forget Cardi B, Melissa Etheridge, Brandy, all our faves. I love Raycon. You got to get on it. Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/Tuesdays. That's buyraycon.com/Tuesdays for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. Buyraycon.com/Tuesday. B-U-Y buy. And get them. The holidays are coming up, you kooks. So get in there now and have a gift ready to go.
Great gift. Anyone you see with wire headphones, get them a pair of Raycon. You'll be a hero.
Yeah, wireless. Come on. That's the. What are you against gay marriage?
Now look what I'm doing over here. I'm buckling in.
Ooh.
I just buckled in for a saga.
I like it. All right.
Saga Genesis.
Yeah, soggy bottom boys. So I got a gig in Austin, Tejas.
Sure, one of the great cities.
One of the great cities in America. Cap City, a great club. I mean, this club's got history. It's like Bill Hicks and Sam Kinison all went through there. The Laugh Stop.
Yes.
It used to be. Now it's called Cap City. And just love going to Austin. It's one of those jewels on the calendar where you go, oh boy, Denver, Minneapolis, Austin, Seattle, Madison, San Francisco, Philly, you name it. But Austin is in there. So I go, woo-wee, and it's a Wednesday arrival, which I hate.
I hate a Wednesday arrival unless it's Austin.
Aha!
I don't mind a Wednesday in Austin because I go right to Magnolia and stick some of that shit up my ass.
That's a good point. So yeah, I go, it's Wednesday show, get back Sunday. Otherwise, I would hate it, but it's Austin. We'll have fun. I got Sean Murphdog opening. He's a fun hang. He's a good comic. So I know it'll be a good weekend. We're selling a couple tickets. I go outside to catch my flight at Newark.
All right.
At like 10 a.m.
Okay.
Got my bag in hand. I got a hairbrush through my hair. I'm all ready to go.
Sure.
I get to the sidewalk. I look up. Moped's gone.
What?
Gone.
What?
Gone.
Oh, this is a fear of mine.
I know.
What, did you have it belted to something?
I had 2 locks on it. I had one lock around every wheel. I had a lock around the telephone pole. What do you call it? Like a signpost. So I had 3 locks on it and a cover.
Oh, here's the thing. They're so tempting. I see I'm not a thief, but I see a bike or a thing. I'm immediately thinking how I could get it.
Really?
Just the problem solving in me, like, I feel like I could take that. Because a car is all big and souped up. You got to smash the window. But any kind of bicycle, moped, I'm thinking, well, if I lifted that, maybe you could get that.
Gone.
Oh, my God. This is painful.
It's painful because you're like, your whole world shatters. You're like, wait, what? You don't see it coming. And then you're like, I got this flight, so I can't deal with it. So not only, your hands are tied.
Oh, God, we've been robbed a lot on this show.
Oh, jeez, I know.
So much robbery.
Don't get started on these memes they make out of my tweets.
Oh, they take the tweet meme.
Yes, these meme cunts. I hate them.
Oh, they're memes.
Yes, meme streets.
Kevin Meme.
So I go, and you're like, what do I do? You just want to get on your knees and go, no, because you got to get on the flight. Like, otherwise, I could go to the police station. I go to the impound.
Right.
I could figure it out.
That happens so often where you have to deal with something, but you got to leave, so you can't deal with the thing.
Exactly. And people, I'm in Austin. I tell people, and they go, what are you kidding? What'd you do? I'm like, I came here. Well, I can't miss my flight.
Right.
So, fuck. So I'm like, God damn. So you're just driving to Newark. I'm in an Uber just going, what do I do? Do I call it? Do I do? So I call the cops while I'm at the airport. And they go, well, you got a 50-50 here, buddy. And I go, what does that mean? And they go, 50% chance it's stolen, 50% chance it's impounded.
Okay,
and
impounded's nice.
I'll take impounded, but he goes, where are you? Because every day you leave it there.
Right, I've had
up.
that. Yes.
You've had that?
Yes.
Brutal.
Yeah, they fucking nail you. And they make you, well, you don't have this problem probably, but they make you pay for all the tickets you had before they impounded that son of a bitch. So you might be getting $3,000. One time I called Colin Quinn to borrow money. I was so young. I barely knew the guy, but I was like, I know someone with money. And luckily he never got back to me.
Yeah.
But it's like, it gives me douche chills thinking about it.
Right. Oh,
you know, I was like 23. That. I called him up. And my mother's like, what? We'll come up with the money. What are you doing? He's on TV, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, so glad he never,
You should bring that up to him, but he'd have a good chuckle over that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right. So I go, fuck. So now I'm just in an airplane just going like, what do I do? What do I do? And you just start picturing like some fucking cum guzzler in the Bronx, like hightailing, woo, 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 wheeling it up down the street. Gah!
Well, as you know, that's the worst part of getting robbed. You picture your possessions in someone else. It's so intrusive.
Violating.
It feels violating.
Yeah. And then I'm like picturing also in the impound, just like, oh, it's so scared. It's next to all the big motorcycles, having a tear and a shiver.
Yeah.
Ah, God, brutal. So now I just go, I pull a list. I go, accept, it's gone. You had some good times with it. You just took a photo shoot with it. You hugged it. You blew it. You fucked it in the ass. It's gone. It's over. And I've dealt with a lot of stealing in my life. Maybe that's why I steal.
Learned behavior.
Yeah, maybe it's like the kid who gets raped or molested now becomes a pedophile.
Right.
Maybe I got a little of that in me.
Well, at least you're stealing from corporations.
Only corporations,
Yeah.
mostly airports. But trust me, I went on a bender at Newark.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was like, what's that guy's name? Who's the guy who
Jesse
steals?
James?
No, I was thinking of the guy in the old days with the Tommy gun who would go to the banks.
Bonnie. And
Nah,
Clyde?
that worked, but I had no whore with me.
Oh!
What's the guy? They
Dunham. Jeff Dunham.
Nah.
Dillinger.
Dillinger!
I knew it was a D.
Shooting up
Yes.
the Hudson News, just stealing Clark bars and Cliffs.
Who, Dillinger?
So I'm just like, God. So I get to Austin. I put it out of mind. I put it out of my ass. And I just do the shows. And the shows are great. And the Tuesdays came out. We got some gifts. I don't know if you can see that on the lens.
Hey, guys. This one, I want to spend some time to talk about this game.
Look at that.
From Dave and Destiny. I mean,
Yes.
This is touching.
Touching.
A Walter. I never even heard of a Walter.
I love a Walt. Whitman.
I love Walter McCarty.
Hey, Whitman.
Hey, that's where I'm from.
So just great time, and I put out of my head, I'm in Austin, we're having a great time. I got Murph Dog, we're having fun. We had 3 barbecue restaurants. We went to the Salt Lick, we went to Sticky's, we went all over the place. We tried to go to the football game, but it started at 6, show was at 7.
Magnolia?
No Magnolia.
No!
He wasn't into it.
No, some people don't like Magnolia.
Yeah. But we did the Kirby Diner. We did it all. We hit the Velveeta room for an open mic. I mean, we did the whole kit and caboodle. So now, I don't want to sound like I'm cunty bragging here, but we did the open mic. I bombed. Then this kid hits me up on Instagram and goes, hey, I'm a fan. My name's Tyler. I love your comedy. I drive airplanes for a living, like the mini one. What do you call this? Single engine Cessna.
Uh-huh.
So I go, oh, cool. And he goes, you want to take a ride? And I go,
Ooh.
hell yeah. Now I tell Murph Dog, he's a squirrely nut, and he's like, well, we could die. And I'm like, yeah, he flies them every day.
Is it a single prop plane?
It's a 1964 single.
See, anything single, I get a little nervous, because that prop dies.
Well,
You die with it.
Jeff Dunham, prop comic. So I go, sure. So he goes, all right, well, meet me at the airstrip or whatever. You're like, holy hell, airstrip. We're getting in there.
Yeah.
So we show up to the Executive Austin Airport, which is basically where they fly, the big name rich people out of.
We probably flew there.
I think we
were
might
there
have.
together.
So I show up. He's this tall, handsome 20-year-old guy, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, loves comedy.
20? Oh, this is
20.
appalling.
So all the numbers aren't adding up. So I'm stuffing my pockets because there's a big snack area. I'm
Sure.
going cookies and muffins and Clark bars again. And and there's a coffee machine, like a gourmet coffee machine. So I'm like, let me get a cup of coffee. He's like, all right, the plane's awaiting. So I go, all right, I get this nice big hot cup of coffee. It's one of those like,
Oh, I love
steam's
those.
poofing. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Steam
So
poof.
I get the steam poof cough. We go out there. He's walking us to the plane. I got some photos of him. He's just this tall, gorgeous Hemsworth guy.
Why pilots do you have to be
That's
gorgeous?
what I said.
Every pilot's hot.
I mean, the exact joke.
Except Goose. Anthony Edwards is not exactly.
He had something.
He had something.
Yeah, but
I
I'd even
guess.
Sully I'd blow.
Oh, yeah. Sully's hot as fuck.
He's
He's got the stash.
The DILF.
He's got a hero stash.
Yeah,
but
he's
I
a
mean,
Silver Fox.
Iceman, Wolfman, Viper,
Yes.
Maverick. I mean, I only know pilots from the Top Gun, but whatever.
Oh, here. I'm with you there, fatty.
Queer.
Even Flight, Denzel's hot.
Oh, yeah.
And a drunk.
His partner wasn't that hot, but I think they de-hotted him. They gave him a little crusty stash.
Right. Oh, what about Airplane? Even the lead is pretty good looking.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're walking out to the plane, and it's this old, vintagey plane. What?
Sorry. Tom Hardy In the fucking whatever, the British.
What is it, Revenant? No, 1949. What's that called? Revolutionary?
What was that movie called?
I enjoyed it.
I liked it too. Christopher Nolan made it.
Story.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Really...
Dunkirk!
Yes. Well done, Kirk.
Dunkirk.
All right, so we walked out of the plane. This is an old shimmy shammy of a lemon. This thing.
I don't like. I mean, I'm happy you're here. I know the ending essentially,
Yes.
but it's making me nervous.
It had a green stripe. I go, what year is this? He goes, 1964. I'm like, 64? I had a 1971 Cutlass in high school, and that thing barely ran.
Yeah, the Beatles came to America in '64, and half of them are dead.
Good point. I think
Sort
more
of.
than half.
I think just half. McCartney and Ringo.
Oh, you're right. McCartney's hanging in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess fucking a one-leg chick will keep you living.
you did that.
That's true.
Yeah, you're gonna have a long life.
Good point. Linda.
Splinter.
So, old legless. What do we call her? Peg? We call
Peggy.
her.
I liked Peggy. I was quite taken by Peggy.
She was I mean, aside from the missing thigh, she had a hot body.
It's weird to have a one-legged woman be the one that got away.
Oh, she hopped right out of my life.
You think she'd never get away?
Yeah, she hobbled. So, we get in the plane, and this thing is rickety. It's old. It's gay. This thing looks like it's got AIDS.
Sure.
So I remember the guy's like, all right, Sean Murphy's 6'3". We put him in the back. He's the opener. And I get in the front seat, and this is like all these gauges are 8 million years old. You know, they tap everything. Why are they tapping? That makes me nervous. Shouldn't they just work?
A tap.
Yeah, I don't like the tap.
What is it? Your knee on a checkup, folks?
Hey ho.
All right.
Yeah, just a lot of this. What are you, Gregory Hines? He's tap dancing all day long. And I'm like, all right, I hate the tap, but whatever. All the gauges go like this. Woo! It's like Michael J. Fox in there. And finally, I was like, all right, here we go. And Murph's all nervous. He's a nervous Nelly.
If you die, maybe they'll play taps.
There we go.
If you're in the military. But
Yes.
you weren't.
And obviously I had to make the joke. If you die, it'll be Mark, Norman, and Squirrely Weirdo.
Right.
Whatever. So finally, we got the headsets in. You hear like the lady on the other side going like, "Kirk." There's a couple of birds' nests in the bee's bonnet on 48. And you're like, oh, shit, this is so cool. And then I'm like, all right, you ready? Why are all pilots handsome? And he's like, shut up. I can't hear the weather. I'm like, all right, sorry. So we start chugging along. We get down on the runway. She's like, you're clear for anal sex. And he's like, all right, blow me. And we just... Bro, we go up there. It was so cool. We're up in the sky, and I'm like, how far? He's like, we're 1,000 feet right now. Now we're 2,000 feet. All the gauges are jizzing, and we get up there.
Oh, my God.
He shows, the Lake Travis, beautiful. We go to this one area. It's like the Malibu of Austin, which I didn't even know existed. The tennis player lived there, and I was like, who lives here? Rich Bueller's like, oh, yeah, that famous tennis player, and he said the name, and I couldn't think of it. I can't think of it now, but...
Is he American?
I think he is.
Andy Roddick?
No. You've mentioned him. You're a fan.
Oh, boy.
He said it, and I was like,
He must not be American.
Joe, maybe not. Handsome tennis. Maybe younger.
Federer, Nadal.
Maybe Federer.
Murray, Djokovic, Zverev.
Wait, what's Murray's first name?
Andy Murray?
I think it was Andy Murray.
Okay, maybe it's Andy Murray. That sounds right. They all live in the hot areas.
Yes.
Florida, Texas, Cali.
Yes, and it's just a stream. This river goes through it, very windy, and you can see all the boats and the jet skis and all the piers, and it's like all these hot people. We're right above them. It was so cool.
Now, what's your anxiety level? Once you're up there, you're up there.
I'm
but
all
as you're
good.
getting ready to take off, is there a part of you that's like, this is a little fucking
Not
crazy?
really. I don't have that in me. I don't know what it is. I'm scared of Jeff not liking me. That cripples me.
Right.
But this, I'm like, if we die, we die. Whatever. You know?
Right. See, I had that on a jet, but one of those single these things go down. That's from Grodin, Midnight Run.
Midnight Run.
These things go down.
Yeah, and they do go down, but I was like, any scares? He's like, once I had a scare and I had to land in a field in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, oh, shit, all right.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. So I feel like that's the worst case scenario. We have a rough landing. But either way, we're just wiggling and waggling. He lets me drive.
Whoa.
It was so cool. And the whole thing is, you steer with your pedals.
What?
Which I didn't know. So I'm going, woo, and he's like, I'm like a retard, He's like, he's faking
he's doing it.
Yeah,
I see. Oh, that's fun.
But I got a little captain's hat on. He put a wing on me and kissed my forehead.
That's great.
And, we're doing a little of that. He's like, all right, watch this. Whoa, he's a young whippersnapper. He's having fun up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was, but we were about 20 minutes in, and I just got like a queasy. I guess all the and I was green. Like I start sweating, and I got the salivation cooking.
Oh God!
And he's like, "So how about that Patrice special, huh? Whatever happened to the hell? I love Anthony Jeselnik." And I'm like, "Yeah," and I just can't get it together. I'm like fighting it, like, "Hey, get it together, man!" I'm pushing puke down, and I go, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not doing so good.
Oh, no.
And I'm not a wuss. I'm not scared. I'm not a hoe bag or whatever. I just got queasy. I couldn't. My stomach was up in my asshole. I couldn't get it right. And he was like, I got a puke bag in the back. And I'm like, all right, yeah.
That sucks.
On Rogan, when I did Rogan, I wrote everything down in the puke bag. I'm trying to, like, stay with it, but I
Right.
can't. And this poor guy's like, he's asked me how to do it. He's like, I'm thinking about doing comedy, or I've been doing some sets. Can I send you a set? I'm like, yeah, send me a set. I'm sweating bullets. I can't even, my face is yellow. I'm all over the road here. And he goes, now, what do you want to do? You want to do a loop-de-loop? You want to go down by the water? You want to go turn back?
Oh, God.
We're like half an hour in, so now it's a half an hour back.
Right.
And I'm looking at Sean like, how you doing? He's like, I'm having a great time. And I'm like, something about the
back seat.
back seat's cushy.
Back seat's good.
He's got his legs up. He's eating a cookie. I'm like, I'm miserable. And I had a jacket on because it was like 60 degrees. I'm soaked. All my pants are soaked. I can feel the water going down the back of my neck, my back lower waist area. I'm like, God damn.
All your pants.
Yes.
If you didn't have multiple pants, you might not be so hot.
Extra gloves, Harry. So I just I had to pull it together, and I did everything I had to not to puke, but I was sitting like this at one point. For some reason I curl up, I feel less vomity.
Of course, yeah, I've done that. I've done that where I almost shit my pants in a cab recently, and you're in all kinds of positions. You're just trying shit.
Yes.
You're like, maybe I put my legs over my heads and my dick in my own ass, or if I, spit something.
Exactly. So then we finally get back, and we got the landing. He landed that thing smooth as a baby's clit. And I got out of that thing, and I was just like, ugh. I had to, like, sit down. I couldn't even see straight for, like, 2 hours.
Oh, God. You just got to get grounded.
Yes.
You got to, like, hold on to that ground for a minute.
Yeah, then we left there, and Sean's like, that was awesome. I'm starving. So then we had to go eat. We had Torchy's Tacos, which is, like, their hot chain.
Oh.
And great, but I forced them down because I was so queasy, and then I felt better. And then we did the shows. Shows were great. Now, here's the clinker. Friday, early, late, killer. Saturday, early. Saturday late, the last show of the weekend. We had a great weekend. Everything clicked. Guy in the front row. Into the show. Nice guy. Cool guy. Beard, hat. I look down. He's got the Astros game on his iPhone.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I'm in the middle of a real momentum cook.
Yeah,
here.
and comedy, baseball, you can tune in, tune out.
Yes.
If you want, but comedy, I need every word, every syllable. It's precise.
Great point. So now I've got a little you in my head, because I know you, if you go, that guy's talking, but fuck him. I'll just keep doing my set. If he doesn't like it, that's on him.
Okay.
But it's eating away at the insecurity, the ego, like, hey, man, I'm pouring my heart out your front row. I can see you.
Right.
I'm not an idiot.
I've said it before. You're a member of an audience. You're part of a crowd, but I am talking to you.
Yes.
You're a human. I'm a human. You're a human part of the group.
Yes.
Essentially, I'm talking to you, and you're watching a fucking game.
Completely. And then you just start... I'm doing my act, but I have all these things of like, you would never do this at a Broadway show. You would never do this here. You would never do this there. Mm-hmm. This isn't a baseball game you're at. A baseball game, you could watch my special on your phone and go, oh, yeah.
Right.
That I get, but this is the opposite. And he would just kind of, every now and then, oh, yeah. And it was so obvious, and I just said, calling him out will do nothing, do no good. Because, the rest of the audience can't see. It's 400 people behind him who don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's not distracting the crowd.
But I couldn't help it.
I get it.
I just go, dude, what are you doing? I have feelings. Oh, my God. And he was like, whoa. And he's like, all right. Getting some laughs off it, but it was still, like, heartbreaking. And then he's like, all right. 2 minutes later, he's under the table now. Like, I can still see you, cum guzzler.
Well, also, it's a 3.5-hour game. The show, your set is what, an hour, 50 minutes? I mean,
50 minutes.
Just go watch during the openers or whatever in the other room at the bar.
Yeah.
And then come in, catch you. You miss 2 innings.
I know. But apparently it was down on the wire, and they won by a 1 point at the end. I don't know. But either way, boy, that's a stinkeroo.
It was a hell of a game.
Was it?
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have planned. He should have planned it different.
We got 7 shows. Go to one of those.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and they won it 2 years ago, for God's sakes.
All right. And I get it. It's a big deal, and it's your team, and they're beating New York and all that shit, but God damn, front row, man. Front row.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it just shows the lack of, no one cares about comedy. You know, it's, we'll have a chuckle and we'll get out of there.
Yeah, it's just go to a different show. That's what I don't get. Because I understand the thing of like, sports are happening right now.
Sure.
I got to see this.
Yes.
But you made a commitment. So just don't come to the show.
Yeah.
Buy an album or watch it on YouTube or whatever the fuck.
This guy wants out. That's another thing I started thinking in my head. Like, oh, we're so obsessed with entertainment. We can't have 1 second when we can't be entertained. If I'm in the middle of a setup, he's checking the stats.
Right.
So, whatever.
Yeah, what can you do?
What can you do? I'm a cunt. I'm complaining about every little Dick and Harry. But here's the clink. Now we're getting back into Saga.
Now clink the Saga up.
Okay. Now this Saga, I'm going to leave you open-ended.
Uh-oh.
So I feel bad because your plain story had a nice little bow on it.
Sure.
But this ain't no bow. This is an arrow.
Maybe it's a tease.
Ah!
Because eventually it's going to seal up.
Seal. That was my seal.
Kiss from a rose on a thorn.
Yeah, he had a fucked up skin.
I never cared for that. Oh, well. Might want to get more specific.
Cheeks, scars, the Lion King.
Yes, the color was normal.
Yeah. Well, he was banging Heidi Klum, so.
Yeah, I never know. All I know about Heidi Klum is that she fucks Seal. I wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup.
What?
I never got into Klum. I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, you would love Klum.
I'll check out Klum.
Check out Klum.
Legion of Klum.
Wait, is there a Legion of Gloom?
Legion of Doom.
Oh,
they
nice.
were a big
nice.
football, wrestling.
I
then the
see.
Legion of Boom is like the Seahawks defense
Right.
a few years ago. It's a whole
Temple
thing.
of Doom.
Yeah.
I got to take a boom. But either way, so
Get a room.
get back to New York, land the plane at Sunday, do some shows, hang out with Chris Allen, Fat Black. Thanks for coming out. And I go, well, Monday, I'm getting up at the crack of sex, and I'm going right to that impound because I still don't know what happened. It's been a long weekend.
Wait, can I go back? Did Chris Allen, he did a set at the Fat Black? That's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even care.
That should be his home club.
He's a Fat Black. Yeah.
They should add Bully. I mean, he could own the place.
Fat Black Bully. So,
I'm just kidding. He's very thin. By the way, he's very fit now.
He looks good.
He quit everything.
I wouldn't go fit, but he's good.
You should quit everything. He stinks, but he looks real good. He's pretty fit. No?
Fat Black is slimming.
All right.
Fat Black. All right, so get back, Jack. Back to Jack. Go down. I get up early with the lady. She gets up for, she's a farmer or whatever they do in the morning. She's got a 9 to 5.
Uh-huh.
So I get up with her and I go straight to that DMV. And you go in there and you're just like preparing. Okay, I'm going to get yelled at. Some old New York lady is going to be mean. It's not going to be easy. There's always going to be an extra 88 steps. It's not like, here's my credit card. There's the bike. See you later.
Right.
Also, it could not be there. That's in the air.
Certainly.
So I show up. There's a big lock on the gate. It's 24 hours. Big lock. So I go, all right. So now I try to go under this arm thing. They got the arm, and some lady yells at me, and she's like, what are you doing? That's not the entrance. I'm like, well, the entrance is locked. She's like, all right, fine. Go under the arm. I'm like, all right, I've already been yelled at. You go in. There's a line. You wait. And it's all just government, municipal, like stains on the wall, brick, the bulletproof glass. It's already a bummer. The whole thing's a bummer.
It's not good. Smugness is not a good quality.
Not a good quality. It's in a warehouse. There's police cameras everywhere. So the lady goes, all right, what kind of car was it? And I go, it's a motorcycle. She goes, okay. Let me see the title. I go, the title's in the bike. She goes,
ah, boy.
All right. So she gives me like a slip. I go, they put you in a pen. I'm gonna do the whole thing here. They put you in a pen. Then you get out. Once there's like enough people, like 4 people, then they pick you up in a cop car and they drive you around the warehouse until you find your car. And then you go, that's mine. And then you get your shit out of the car because they have your registration.
Right.
So you get your shit out of your car, and then you get back in the cop car and they drive you back to the office part.
Now that's the kind of cop I'd like to be.
Ooh.
That kind of cop. There's never a shooting. There's never a situation.
I like that.
If I apply to be a cop, I'd be like, can I be the drive around the pound guy?
The pound round.
I feel like I'd like to be that guy.
I like that. #pound. So Here's the funny thing, though. It's me and a bunch of like blue collar guys, because these guys like they go to work all day. They're like electricians. They're working on a plumbing thing. Their car got towed while they were plumbing.
Sure.
So I'm the only loser dweeb in there, you know. So one guy, big white guy with a hard hat on and like one of those like neon shirts, because they like. We don't want to get hit by a lightning or whatever. So he's like, what the fuck? I parked that shit for 2 minutes. I come outside. It's fucking gone. And the lady's like, all right, sir. They must get that all day long.
Brutal.
I mean, he's like, I'm trying to get fucking work done so I can pay my taxes. He's that guy. And they're like, yeah, here's your slip. Blow me, whatever. And he is furious. And we get in the cop car and he's still going. So I'm in a cop car with this guy. I'm in the front seat. We got a cop driving. He's in the back going, and another thing. I left born and raised in Brooklyn, and I'll kick all your asses. And he goes, that's my car right there. And they wrote on it. Because they write, like, picked up
right,
impound.
Right. Yeah, the chalk.
Yeah. And he's like, and you're right on the fucking thing. Jesus. And he slams the door. I was like, damn, this guy's pissed. So I look to the driver, because it's just me and him at this point, and I go, he must get yelled at all day long. He goes, huh? And I go, oh, it must just suck working here because you just get yelled at a lot. I'm trying to be a human being.
Right.
And he goes, ain't nobody fucking yelled at me.
Oh, jeez.
Got it. Noted.
Right.
I'm just trying to pick up my dumb gay scooter.
I know, and you got to go on a limb, because if the other guy, the hard hat guy, hears you saying that,
yeah, good
he's
point.
gonna be like, what are you talking about me? You fucking son of a bitch.
I know. I'm in the middle of these fucking macho queefs.
Oh, God.
So
all those areas, like you go to like Maspeth and like, all those like weird Queens,
Canarsie.
Brooklyn. Yeah. You're like, I don't belong here.
No,
this is like that real New York. It's not like I moved here from St. Louis to be an actor.
I'm an artist.
Those like, I'm from here and I fix pipes. I'm like,
Yeah. These are dudes.
It's fucking bizarre. I don't like it.
It's bizarre, but I'm like, I get it. These are like hardworking guys. They work with their hands. They got hairy forearms and neck tattoos, and they're missing a tooth. Like that's guys.
Yeah, no, I meet a few of them in certain circles.
Yeah,
and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. They're all in a union, and they're an apprentice guild or some shit. I don't
even know what the union is. It's all local and then a number. I don't know what. There's no far away and a short number. There's
That's a good point.
I'm visiting number 8.
Right.
It's all local 1148.
You're right.
I have no idea what it means.
Very serious, very formal. It's all scary. It's all shit we don't want to do. I want to be. I'm in Cap City.
But ironically, we're in a union.
Are we?
We're union guys.
What do you mean?
If you're paying your dues.
We're individuals.
The Screen Actors Guild. I assume you're in the union.
Yeah,
you should be.
We're in the Lollipop Guild, as you mentioned.
I just outed you, but.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you got to pay those dues, dog.
I do. I never do. But either way. So I get my shit out. It's just a big wad of papers, and they're all wet. The bike is all wet.
So they found the bike.
Oh, yeah.
The bike's in there.
Oh, I found the bike.
Oh, when you said open-ended, I thought it was going to be no bike.
Well, we got the bike in there.
The bike's there.
The bike, it's just a row of sad bikes. Some have cobwebs on them. Some have garbage on them.
Well, this is a load off my back. I mean, this is like...
Well, I'm going to put another load on in a minute.
Please.
And I'll try to zip it up here.
Sure.
So I grab all the shit out of it. There's a turd in there and an old skull and whatnot. So I grab the paperwork out, and I feel good now. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to this lady. I'm getting my fucking bike, baby.
Yeah, I'm happy you found it.
Thank you. I got the VIN number. I had to call Chuck. He's the guy I bought it from. We stayed cool.
Chuck the VIN.
Vin Diesel Chuck. So I go back to the window and I go, here you go, you fat whore. Eat it and weep, bitch. And she's like, this is the registration. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, this isn't your name. I never registered.
Oh, jeez.
I never registered. I was like, I'll just drive it around like an asshole for 6 years until I get hit by a bus. So I was like, I bought it off of Craigslist. There's got to be a Craigslist clause or something. She's like, no, you got to go register. I can't just give you this bike. You just hand me papers. Who the fuck are you? I'm like, I paid $2,000 for this, bitch. And she's like, fuck you. And I'm like, fuck you. Take it up the tailpipe.
Oh, boy. I might be on her side.
She's completely right. She's completely right. So she's like, here's what you got to do. Go to the DMV. It's 4 avenues over and 3 blocks down. Go get it registered. Come back. I'll give you your bike. And I go, here we go. So I walk my fat ass over to the DMV, pull a ticket. I'm C847. They're on A08 or some shit.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, here we go.
Local A48?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there, hour and a half
Is this today?
today.
Oh, my God.
So it's been a whole thing. So I finally get my thing up, and I'm trying to quell my cuntiness because you've been sitting there.
Got to quell the cunt.
I've been left the house it wasn't even sun out, and now I've missed lunch. So
That is not lunch.
not lunch. So I get up to the fat lady. It's some Hispanic skank, and she's like, "Hey, let me see everything." I go, "I just want to register the bike, thank you." She goes, "How fast does it go?" I go, "I don't know, 40, 50?" She goes, "I gotta know the speed." And I go, "I think it goes about 40." She's like, "Well, is it 40 or is it not 40? Because that changes things."
Oh, God.
And I go, "It's 30. We'll go with 30." She goes, "I need the exact number, sir." And I go, "Let me Google it." And she goes, "Well, while you're Googling, I'm going to take someone else." I go, "No, it'll take 2 seconds. Let me Google."
Oh, my
So
God.
I pull my phone out, and she goes, 8:49.
Oh,
I
my God.
You got to be kidding me, you big fat coos.
Jesus.
Gah.
Well, according to the state of New York, you are the ass man. That's what I'm picturing. I picture that lady.
I just want my plates. So
Now, it's scary because if you're going to lie, do you go high or low?
I think you go low.
Because if it goes too fast, that might be a problem. But if it doesn't go fast enough, you can't be in traffic or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I would be worried about.
I think low is good. The higher, the more dangerous, the more rules, the more regulations.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Because I would be
So-
worried, though, that it's like you got to be able to do 40 on Fifth Avenue if there's a fire or whatever. Something bullshit.
Right. Well, here's the clinker. Now some old geezer comes up. He's got a cane and diabetes, and she's talking to him, and I'm doing the thing like, "Ma'am, I got the," I'm behind him, and she's like, "All right, get out of here." Like, she's getting mad at me now. But I'm like, "I've been here an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, let's just knock this out. Also got to go back to the impound." So she's like, "Get out of here." So finally the old man gets done. He dies, and then she gets up and goes to lunch.
Oh, the lunch.
She's good. She's good.
Oh.
She's played this little tango before. So
Oh,
then
my
I get
God.
back in line, and I got a bone to pick. And it's some lesbian lady with a slick back haircut and a flannel shirt, chain wallet, and a dildo in her ass. And I go, hey, I waited in line for 2 hours. I asked the lady for one thing. I didn't have the Google ready. She kicked me to the back of the line. She goes, all right. She put you in the system. You're going to be called quickly. So I go, all right, fine. So I wait about 20 minutes. Finally, a guy calls me, and I go, "Sir," and he goes, yeah. It's like a young black kid. He doesn't care.
None of them care because they do this all day.
All day. I'm nobody. I'm no special. You want to be like, "Hey, I've been on Fallon."
Right.
Blow me. So I give him all the goods, and he goes, "How fast does it go?" I go, 30.
Okay.
And he goes, "How many cc's?" 49. While I was in line, I got all the information.
Right.
Now I got this whole thing memorized. I know this bike better than I ever did. And he goes, all right. And he goes to the back, opens a drawer, pulls a license plate out. And I go, oh, my God. I see it ting. It's like the light hits it. And I go, oh, my God. He's talking with the guy. They're talking because it's all a bunch of people back there. And he's like, "Oh, you catch that game? I'll tell you what." He's like, yeah, clunk, stamp. Yeah. And I'm like, it's happening. Things are processing. Oh, my God.
You got a clunk and a stamp.
I got a stamp and a clunk. Klugman. So I go, all right. He goes, "What's your insurance?"
Uh-oh.
And I go, "I don't have insurance." He goes, "Oh, can't have a bike without insurance." And I'm like, what are you talking about? And we've been riffing a little bit. So we had a rapport. I was like, "You need a tip jar." And he's like, "Oh, we can't do that." I'm like, "I'll Venmo you." He's like, "Oh, you crazy. And I was like, I don't have insurance. And he goes, "Well, you got to have insurance." He goes, "Tell you what, I'll give you a front of the line pass.
Ooh.
Call your insurance agency." I don't have an
I
insurance
never even heard of
agency.
that.
Yeah. And he's like, "Call your agency." I was like, "All right, I'll call Hillary Robbie."
Yeah, call fucking AGI.
Yeah, and he's like, "Call him and then just give him the pass. You'll get right back to me." And I go, okay. And I look at my phone. It's like 2:08.
Oh, my
You're coming
God.
at 3.
You got that right. I came 10 minutes ago, too.
Yeah, so I go, "Oh, yeah," but I've been through so much, and he just kind of was so nonchalant that I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay," and I just left and came here, jumped in the shower. You came over. We fucked. Now we're doing a pod.
Now, does the front of the line work anytime? Is it like a get out of jail thing?
That's a good question. I have it on a piece of paper right over there.
Well, hopefully you can go back tomorrow.
That's the plan.
But
But
you got to make up an insurance company.
Well, here's the clinker. I texted Chuck.
Who the fuck is Chuck?
The moped
Oh,
guy.
the moped Chuck.
Yes, Chuck.
I keep forgetting Chuck.
And he goes, "What? You don't need insurance?"
Yeah, why would you need insurance?
And I go, "What do you mean?" He said, "I need insurance." He goes, "I'm here with my mechanic. He lives in New York, and I just Googled it. You don't need insurance." I was like, so I had it. But the guy, I had this, the plate. The plate was right there, fatty.
Maybe he was just being friendly. Like, he's like, you got to get insurance. Like people say about health insurance. They're like, what are you, crazy? You got to get health insurance. They don't mean you got to get health insurance. Is that what he was saying?
I mean, maybe, but I feel like he would have been like, look, I can give it to you, but
right,
you got to get insurance, buddy.
Yeah, good point.
So now you've got me twisted here a little bit there, sloppy jalopy. But either way, I'm going back tomorrow. It's in the impound. It's safe. The whole thing is a rigmarole, but it's my fault too for not. I should have just registered it immediately. I should have parked it legally. I should have fucked my dad. I should have gone to college. The whole thing.
How do you park it? Can you bring it in here at the end of the day or something?
No, I tried to bring it in the hallway. The super yelled at me, and then I got to just park it on the street like a normal citizen, and then move it for the cleaning. So I tried to avoid that.
I think you could put it between cars at least, though.
I can.
Nice.
But here's my thing: can I put the cover on it? Because it's a cool looking bike, and I feel like it's light and easy to steal. You just throw that thing in the back of a pickup. So
that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's why I'm nervous about just putting it on the street. The other time I had it on the sidewalk, locked up to a chain and to a post and the whole thing.
Well, I hate to say it, but you might have to get yourself a parking spot.
I think you're right.
Those are expensive, especially in Manhattan. Those are like $300 a month on the low end. That's low end.
For that skinny little dick?
I think, because I looked it up in Astoria, there's one that's like $300 a month. You might be able to get like a privately owned one on like a Craigslist. Chuck might have a fucking guy.
Chuck guy.
But I don't know. I would look into it, but I bet it's going to be about $500 a month for that son of a bitch. But in the winter, that's not bad. It doesn't get snowed on. It stays warmish.
That's true. You got a point there.
But it feels like the best part of the bike is you can just slip it right in somewhere.
Exactly, like a dick and a cunt.
But you do have to worry about getting robbed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because someone throws it on a truck, they can just cut whatever the thing is.
I know.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they get it in the truck and they deal with it later. You get a buzzsaw.
But buzzkill. But
yes.
a parking spot, that's fucking hefty money. Maybe someone listen, if you have a guy, a Manhattan thing, we got a lot of listeners.
If you have a weird alleyway in your apartment you're not using in Queens, I'll put it in there. I don't give a shit.
Plus, that's a good way to make money for these people. Like, that's a great, like, I always thought that. I'm like, if I had a driveway, I would love to rent it out. That's a nice income.
Oh, yeah. You get $400.
And you can get low. You can go, hey, just give me $250. Friend price, it's all
profit.
Profit, yeah.
Yes, it's in the black. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jack? Queen.
Jack Black.
He's
a good black.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, a good Jack is what I meant to say.
Yeah, he's a good white. All right. Well, I hogged everything there. That was my saga. Right on the dot.
That's all right. Good saga. I got a couple. Let me just give you one thing.
Oh, please.
We're going a little long, 2 weeks in a row.
I took the reins there and jizzed all over the place.
I got quite a bit, but I'll just do one quick one.
Okay.
So I had a crazy day last Wednesday. It's raining, therapy, the whole thing, whatever. I go to this place, Zucker's Bagels. I guess I say bagel weird. Bagels?
You do say bagel.
What do you say?
Bagel.
Bagel.
Yeah, you see?
Everyone keeps making fun of me for years. I don't know how I'm supposed to say the word. Bagel.
There you go, like seagull, but
bagel. Oh, I'm saying bagel. It's bagel.
Yes, there you go.
Is that right?
And you say gull.
Gull?
Yeah, you're all jizzy.
What do you say, Glay?
Bagel.
Bagel.
All right, that wasn't bad.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever it is, I ordered a circular bread item.
Yes, a Jew bread.
I go to Zucker's Fish and Bagels.
By the way, airplane, Zucker.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah.
So I go over there, and I've been there before. I walk in. It's 3:45 p.m. I say, hey, let me get and I'm starving, and I got to get to this other event. That I'll talk about next week.
This is in Mass?
This is Manhattan. This is right by Alan's office, Upper West Side.
Got it.
So I go, hey, let me get I don't say let me get, because I hate people that order let me get.
Yes.
I say, I may have a whole wheat bagel and 2 scrambled eggs and a slice of cheese. And the guy stares at me, and he goes, what did you say?
Uh-oh.
And so now I'm nervous. I'm like, he's kind of a big guy. Oh. And I go, and then I thought, well, I say bagel weird. I go, a whole wheat bagel, 2 eggs, cheese.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, can you do me something? Can you do me a favor?
Ooh, I'm nervous.
And I go, sure. And he goes, look up there. There's a little fine print. Can you read it out loud to me?
Oh.
And so now I'm starting to be a little enraged. So I look at the menu and I go, I don't know. I don't see it. He goes, you don't see the little writing right there at the top? Could you read it?
Huh.
And it says, no eggs after 3. So I go,
Jesus.
no eggs after 3, like that. And now I think I'm pretty proud of myself. So then I gave him a good solid, if you're watching on YouTube, a good stare. A good 3 Mississippis.
Those stares do more than words.
I gave him a more than words stare.
Yes, more than words.
And I wanted to fucking grab him by the back of his head and smash his head through the fucking display case.
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to. I just come from therapy, all kinds of things are happening.
Sure.
And this guy says, can you read that?
Ugh.
And so I gave him a nice 3 Mississippi stare. We're staring at each other, and I didn't blink. I felt strong because there's a counter in between us. And then I said, you couldn't just say that. You wanted me to read it out loud. You had to make me read it out loud. And now the tune changes.
The tables have turned.
Because I think he sized me up as a little nebbish Zucker shopping nerd.
Got it. The guy who eats bagels.
Yeah, so I gave him a nice stare, and I said, you had it. And he goes, well, that's he turned into a different guy.
Oh.
He went, well, it's so, he touched his chest, and he went, well, that's so it's not us. It's the owner. It's the owner, and I don't want you to think it's us. And then I gave him a book-ended stare.
Wow.
I gave him another 3-second stare. And then I went, have a nice day.
Ooh.
And I took off. I left because I'm not giving them any money ever again.
No.
And I wanted to give them a review because sometimes you're like, oh, people that leave negative reviews, they're fucking crazy. You got to take that with a grain of salt. But I'm like, it might just be regular people that are like, hey, can I get an egg sandwich? And they go, why don't you read the fucking sign? Like, I fucking hated them. And then I'm married to the idea. I mean, I'm fucking enraged, but I'm married to this. You get food in your mind. You go, I'm getting this food.
Sure.
So I walk 7 blocks up in the rain, and I'm kind of just walking until I find a bagel. It's the Upper West Side. Somewhere there's gonna be bagels. There's a lot of
happen.
You know what's up there. So I get the next place, and I walk in, and I go, hey, can I get a whole wheat bagel with 2 eggs and cheese? And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have eggs this late in the day. Is there something else? Now, how hard is that?
How hard is
that?
And
I get it. I get your policy. You turn the fryer later up or the grill, whatever the fuck you make eggs with.
Sure.
And I go, you know what? I'll just have it with butter. I appreciate you. Thank you. So then that's that. So then, this is the last thing. I'll button it up here. I sit in the window. I'm watching the rain, and I'm going over the guy and the therapy and all the business, just sitting there. And I finish my bagel, and now I get up to leave. It's pouring rain. Now, there's like a little stage area, like there's a step down I didn't know about. And there's yellow tape, but I wasn't paying attention because I'm tired, I'm cranky. I didn't know there was a step. So you know when you walk, you think you're on flat, and then your foot just goes down a step?
Yes.
I did that, and I go, whoa! And my knee buckles, and as my knee buckles, the umbrella flies open, and I drop the bagel, and the crumbs come out. So I had a crummy out of the right hand, an umbrella just goes and flies open, and my knee buckled. There's a family. They start laughing. It was the spazziest thing. I'm like, Kramer.
Oh.
I was like, whoops. And then my umbrella's flying. The water goes spraying. There's bagel shit everywhere.
You're that guy.
I was that guy, and then I couldn't close it, and they're all just like, the kids are giggling. And worse than the kid giggle is the dad starting to be like, can I help? Like,
the concern.
He like wanted to help me, which hurt even more.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, God, it was such a spazzy. I wanted to just shoot myself.
It's funny because that's the guy, the original bagel guy, thought you were.
Right.
The spazzy crumb guy.
I'm a little bit of both guys, but I wanted to write a review, and I was telling Todd Barry about it. He's like, you got to write a review. And then, so he looked up the reviews of the place, and there was a couple 1 stars. One of them said anticlimactic, which we laughed for about 10 minutes about. And we're like, you got to do that as a bit. Someone's like, this
great.
Zuckerberg's was anticlimactic. But anyways, that was that guy. We'll tee. I got some more stuff to
you're making
tease
progress.
it out. I'm trying, but all right, we better do some dates here.
Yeah,
this is another long episode.
What do you got cooking? This comes out tomorrow.
Yes, this weekend I'm at Vermont Comedy Club, Burlington.
Nice room.
Come on down. A ton of dates. Let me find some of these dates.
Nice
Des Moines. Fuck me. Hold on.
The Des Moines Funny Bone?
Des Moines Funny
That's
Bone.
a good Funny Bone.
Yeah, haven't been there in a while. DC Draft House, November 22nd and 23rd. That's a big one. That's the anniversary of Kennedy getting shot. November 29th and 30th, Laugh Boston. Please come to that. If I don't sell there, I'm going to literally take my own life. December 5th through the 7th, Cleveland, Hilarities, one of my favorite clubs.
Nice.
The best food in the business. December 13th and 14th, Santa Ana winds, blowing hot from the north, New Mexico. We'll be in what is it, Albuquerque or the other one?
Santa Ana.
I know, but people said you got to say this.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Yes.
We'll call it Albuquerque. And then December 20th, Lafayette.
Nice. I thought you did that already.
No, that's December. That's Christmas time.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And then Secret Group, Houston, December 21st. And then Albany Funny Bone also. These dates are all up on comedianjoelist.com. And for the love of Pete, fucking go sign up for the Patreon.
Yes.
All kinds of bonus and video and all kinds of shit.
If you're not on the YouTube, you're missing these 3-minute stares over here from Chachi.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube, please.
Yes. So I'm at Acme tomorrow. They got me on a Wednesday arrival, but again, Minneapolis. Love that town.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of the men. Tacoma and Spokane. I bit the bullet, and I bought shirts.
Nice.
And I got them shipped
right
to Spokane because that's the ultimate merch.
Oh, yeah.
So come on, come ready, come hungry for some clothing because you're about to get some comedy shirts. Roar! Springfield, Massachusetts. Sunnyvale, that's Sunnyvale, California. That means San Jose, the whole tech group. Come on out to Rooster Tees. Haven't been there in a while. Then I got some fun, weird gigs coming up. I'm doing the November 6th. I'm at the DC Improv, one night only. And then November 19th, I'm at Cave Comedy in Philly, which is like a temple gig. Not the Jews, the university.
Oh, Temple University.
Yeah. Some kid hit me. I'm doing these randoms now. Fuck it.
I love
you
randoms.
Hit me up. We make a door deal. I'll come to your shitty town.
Temple, that's Cosby's school.
That's right. We'll all stay awake. Now I'm at the Blue Room.
Oh, wait. He went to UMass. Did he go to Temple,
No, I think he went to Temple.
He went to UMass also.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
Football
he did one of both of those things. Sometimes people go to 2 colleges. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like all the presidents, he went to Yale and Harvard. I'm like, what?
I went to 3, but only because I failed out of 2.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Blue Room, Portland Helium, Santa Ana. We talked about. Oh, November 11th, we're at the Village Underground.
Yes. Sell that fucking thing out. Village Underground, November 11th. And we got Skankfest we're doing in March at Houston.
Houston, right. That'll be fun. Side Splitters in January. Going to New Orleans. La Jolla Comedy Store in La Jolla, and then Philly Helium, St. Louis Helium. It's all on the website, Atlanta Laughing Skull, and that'll do it, folks, for a while. So, yeah, come on out, get the Patreon, get the YouTube.
And thank you to Dave and Destiny. I mean, this is such a thoughtful gift. It's insane. It's an autographed Rich Gedman card with a poo emoji from the Cat Chat, episode 284. And a cheesecake from Walter and this Forrest Gump thing, my favorite film of all time, from somebody. I don't know who this
adorable.
is from.
I can't remember, but Danielle gave me some Uber. We love to see you. All the gays. I got some weed. I got some drugs, gifts. So God bless you. Thanks for the Chipotle, Austin. You guys were the shit. Lunch, queef, anal, semen. Tell your dad I love him.
Oh, that's, man, fuck me.
Bye.